All right, welcome back, wrestling fans. And in the ring now, Bob Holly, with his U.S. heavyweight title, will take on young newcomer from Charleston, South Carolina, Bucky Seagler. And my guest here at the podium, ladies and gentlemen, worldly renowned Mr. Olympia.
How you doing, Chris? It's my pleasure to be here. You know, I had a chance this past weekend to see this Bucky Seagler. I think you're going to be interested in this kid right here. He's come a long way in a short time. You know, and Bob Holly, it seems like Bob Holly is a wrestling champion because he does put his name on those contracts. Now, but, you know, my opinion, Chris, he does have Wild Man Fargo over there, and Fargo seems to take Bob Holly under his wing and do things to help him out, if you know what I mean.
Well, that's definitely a dangerous advantage or disadvantage, either way you look at it. I don't know. Bob Holly, a young new champion who's eager, who's hungry to move up to that world title. He has been a great United States heavyweight champion. I don't see why the allegiance with Fargo. There's no reason for it.
I don't know either, you know.
This Seagler looks good.
You know, Bucky Seagler, like I said, when Holly put his name on the dotted line against this man here, I don't believe he knew that this kid was as good as he was. Because, see, what Holly's been doing is doing what Wild Man Fargo has told him to do. So, but I don't think either one of them realized that Bucky Seagler was as good as he is.
Boy, I agree. He's come here and really took it to Bob Holly. Referee makes him break for pulling hair. I didn't see that, but evidently Ray Hall, who's on top of the action in the ring, saw some hair pulling. Well, these fans have really took to young Seagler.
You know, what I like about this Bucky Seagler, Chris, is that the kid does get in the gym. He works out hard. He knows more than people give him credit for. So he's going to be a champion someday, and he's held several titles, and, you know, in his young age and his young, coming up in his young career as a professional wrestler. But let me tell you something, this Bob Holly, you know, I put my name out there too. I want a chance at that United States belt because I want to be the United States champion. I've never been a United States champion. I've been the North American. I've had titles all over the world, but I've never been the United States champion, and I want a chance at it.
And I've noticed that Holly doesn't seem real eager to sign on the dotted line against you.
Well, that's true. You know, I got my name out there, and every time I say, well, put my name there, they always say somebody else has their name on the line already. Well, my name's out there, and I want Bob Holly and I want Fargo to take note that my name is there for the United States champion. Now, here you go.
Holly pulled his hair again.
Yeah, that's true. It seems like Wild Man Fargo is getting the referee's attention like he always does. You know, that's what I don't like about managers being outside the ring. They should be out there at the time when the bell starts and then made to leave because they do have an advantage.
There was inexperience on Seagler's part. Holly, big elbow to the back of the neck. See, what gets me, and it really irritates me, Holly doesn't have to pull hair and gouge eyes to be a... Wow, what a beautiful power slam. There shows he is a great wrestler, but he did not pin Bucky Seagler with it.
That was some determination by Bucky Seagler not to let the pin fall there. But you know, this Bob Holly, like you said, he does not need Wild Man Fargo. I've wrestled a man myself being on the other side of the fence.
What a kick!
What they call that, a super kick right there. Caught him right upside the face. Oh. You know, that can jar your memory a little bit there too, Chris.
Seagler's fighting back, though. A kick of his own. Holly catches the foot. Catches the foot. And he turns it into a drop kick. And the fans are going crazy. But Holly has enough reserve to get up and kick young Seagler.
You know,
this was a good match.
One thing you got to give Bucky Seagler here is he does not give up. He keeps fighting back. He's the man that's determined to win that United States championship. And Bob Holly don't know what he's really up against.
There Holly goes again, picking him up by the hair, breaks for a minute, and starts pulling his hair again. The man does not have to resort to these tactics. Throws him in. Oh, what a drop kick. Almost took his head off. Oh, what a beautiful drop kick by young Holly. And again, Seagler kicks out.
You know, I have to hand it to Bob Holly. He does have some good moves of his own. And like we've said, before, he does not need Fargo in his corner. This Holly kid is a good wrestler. He does not have to resort to these shortcuts. but I don't know what it is. Maybe Fargo's giving him some money underneath. I don't know.
I don't know. To be associated with a man like Fargo, there's got to be some money involved. Bob Holly picks up Bucky Seagler, down hard to the mat. Goes for the cover, 2, and Seagler kicks out again. This kid has some fight in him.
You gotta hand it to him. He's not going to give up. Bob Holly's going to have to really do something devastating to keep the man down for the 3 count, and it's not easy. The man's fighting back. He's got determination. And
he's backing Holly into the corner, throws him across the ring to the turnbuckle, comes up. What a beautiful backdrop. Seagler down with an elbow smash. I think Holly's thinking twice about this one. Seagler picks him up. Setting him up for, what is this? Oh! Wait a minute, Fargo, he was setting him up for the suplex. Fargo pushed him. 1, 2, 3 over Bucky Seagler. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you at home seen it. Fargo had to interfere again.
In my opinion, Chris, it took 2 people to beat this Bucky Seagler. 2 people.
Your winner here on World Organization Wrestling, U.S. Heavyweight Champion Bob Holly. We'll be right back after this word.